Hello friends, myself Professor Pinkesh Patel from the Electrical Engineering Department from the College of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today I am going through a subject of interconnected power system having a subject code of 2170901. This subject that is part of 4th year 7th SEM. Today we can start with the chapter number 1, that is the introduction of the interconnected power system. This is the flow of the content, concept of interconnection system, hierarchical grid arrangements, cascade tripping, isolating, load dispatch center, power generation scenario in Gujarat and India. So whenever I am going through the subject of interconnected power system, the first question that should be arise in my mind, that is, what do you mean by interconnected? So we can start with the first theory, that is the concept of interconnection system. So what is the main meaning of the interconnection system? That is the whenever we can go through an interconnection system which can apply for the uninterruptible power supply to the consumer side. Or what is the meaning of the interconnection system? So large number of generating station, or we can say 2 or 3 generating station are connected in the parallel connection, which is known as the interconnection system. So here we can go through one example for the interconnection system. So here this is the representation of the interconnected power system. Here 2 generating stations are connected in the parallel connection. You can say that is the generating station G1, that is the generating station G2. There is one more parameter that should be come in the picture for the interconnected system, that is the transmission line that is defined over here. The current that is flowing from the transmission line, which is indicated by I1. Now here having a load that is connected over here. So there are 2 generating stations that is connected in the parallel connection, which is known as the interconnected system. Now as an example, we can say that the capacity of the G1, that is the 500 megawatt. Same way for the generating station 2 having a capacity of 500 megawatt, and at the load side having a capacity that is the 700 megawatt. Now what is the main purpose of the interconnected system? We have to supply uninterruptible power supply to the load side, or we can say consumer side. So at the consumer side or at the load side having a capacity of the 700 megawatt, which is not balancing from the G1 side or G2 side. So to balancing the load condition at the consumer side, we can connect the number of generating station in the parallel connection. So in this figure, G1 that can be supplied up to 500 megawatt power to the load side, and remaining 200 power that is taken from the G2 side, and in this way we can try to balancing the load condition at the consumer side. So this is the main purpose of the interconnected system. So now we are going for the types of the interconnected power system. So there are 3 types of interconnected system. First one, that is the AC, second one, that is the DC interconnection system, and third one, that is the hybrid AC to DC interconnected system. Now we can start with the AC interconnection system. So inside your previous figure we have assumed the generating station G1 and second one, that is the generating station G2. So here as an example we have take that is the system A, which is considered as a generating station A G1, and system B, which is considered as a generating station B. Now there are the in between there is a transmission line that is connected over here, which is used to supply a power from one generating station to the another generating station. So how we can differentiate the AC interconnection system, DC interconnection system and hybrid interconnection system? So we can start with the AC interconnection system. So if we can go through an AC interconnection system which is used for the up of the voltage, or if we are interested to down the voltage, so for that we can go through a interconnection system. Inside the AC interconnection system there are the number of generating station, number of converter which is connected over there, which is used to step up or step down of the voltages at the both side. So this is the basic concept regarding the AC interconnection system. Now we are going for the DC interconnection system. So inside the DC interconnection system there is not any converter station that is connected over there. So there is only one line in between system A and system B. So in terms of differentiation there is not any converter that is connected over here, and main function of the converter that is the step up or step down of the voltages. So if we can go through a DC interconnection system which is used to apply a constant voltage from system A to the system B. Now third one, that is the hybrid in AC or DC interconnection system. So hybrid, which means that which can use AC as well as DC interconnection system, and which can use the converter station at the both the system, whether it may be a system A or whether it may be a system B, which is connected at the generating station A side and generating station B side, and in this way it is used to balancing the load condition at the consumer side. So this is the types of the interconnection system. Now the problem associated with the interconnected power system. So there are many problems that is connected with the interconnected system. So we can start with the first one, that is the voltage control. So whenever we can go through an interconnected system, first problem, that is the voltage control. So inside the voltage control there is a low voltage that should be occur during the season of summer, because inside the summer season there are number of heavy equipment that is connected at the home side, like air conditioner, fans, water pumps, and having a load of inductive load. If we can go through an inductive load which is case a reactive power that is occur at the consumer side. So if we are interested to reduce the reactive power, so for that we have to try to connect capacitor to reduce the reactive power at the consumer side. Now next point, that is the frequency control. That kind of problem that should be associated with interconnected power system. So if we can go through a interconnection system having a frequency range that is the 48.5 to the 50.5 hertz range, that should be a fix. Under the condition, if is there any fault that should be occur, so frequency that should be lower down up to a 48.5 hertz, and during peak of condition the frequency that should be reached up to a 51.51 hertz. So to reduce that kind of problem we can use under frequency relay to reduce that kind of problem. Same way, having a third problem, that is the load dispatch and communication problem. There is one more point, that is the shortage of spinning reserve. Now if we can go through a simple power plant, and during that in that power plant having a peak demand, they should be in the increasing order. So we can use the totally generating station 1, which can use to balancing the load condition at the consumer side. So there is not any reservoir that is available over there to reserve the energy over there. Next, that is the lack of operational discipline among constituent. And last one, that is the metering and instrumentation. So we have to use the any recorder which can try to reduce the disturbance that should be occur at the consumer side. So these are the problems that is connected with the interconnected system. Up to now we have seen the problems that is connected with the interconnected system. Same way, in the interconnected system having a large number of advantages over here. So we can start with the first one, that is the exchange of peak loads. So inside the previous example already we have discussed that we can if there are two generating stations that is connected over there, and if we can try to reduce the load from the one generating station, so for that we can use the another generating station which is used to reduce the peak demand at the consumer side. Next problem, that is the use of older plants. So inside the previous example already we have discussed that if the G1 having a capacity that is up to 500 and G2 that is considered as a older power plants and load capacity that is the 500 megawatt. So as an simplicity we can use the older power plants and to balancing the load condition at the consumer side. But if is there any heavy loading condition that should be occur at the load side, and if we cannot balancing the load condition from the G2 side or older power plants, so for that we can go through a G1 side, and in this way we can use the older power plant. So this is the use of older power plant. Third one, that is the ensures economical operation. So if we can connect the instead of 2 or 3 we can use the number of generating station in the interconnection system, so we can try to reduce the cost of the system, because if we can go through an individual power plant, so for that which can require the large number of converters, large number of transformers, large number of protective device. So to reduce that kind of problem we can go through an interconnection system, so at the end which can provide economical operation. Fourth one, that is increases diversity factor. The definition of the diversity factor, that is the sum of the individual maximum demand divided by maximum demand. So the use of the interconnection system to reduce the peak demand, so we can say the diversity factor that should be in the increasing order. Fifth one, that is the reduce plant capacity factor. So if the maximum demand that should be in the decreasing order, we can say reduce plant reserve capacity that should be in the decreasing order. And last one, that is increases reliability of the supply. So if we can go through a large number of generating station, we can say at the consumer side having a reliable operation. Up to now we have seen the advantages of the interconnection system. So every coin having a two side, same way every system having a advantages as well as disadvantages. So now we are going to the disadvantages of the interconnected power system. So first one, that is the synchronizing problem. So what do you mean by synchronizing? Synchronizing means any system having the same frequency and same voltage at the both side. So if we can go through an interconnected system, so if we can go through a two generating station G1 and G2, so for that it is very difficult to maintain the constant voltage at the both the generating station and to maintain the same frequency at the both the generating station. Second one, that is the expensive tie lines. So in between two generating stations, we can go through a transmission line. The main use of the tie lines, which can be used to supply the electricity from one generating station to the another generating station, which can operate with the same frequency or which can be operate on the different frequency. So if we can go through an interconnected power system having the cost of the tie line, that is the high. Third one, that is the expensive circuit breaker. So if we can go through a interconnected system, whatever the protective device, that is the circuit breaker, the cost of the circuit breaker, that is the high. Fourth one, that is the metering and instrumentation. So it is very difficult to always metering the record of the interconnected system. Thank you.